Hello, Invest Collegiate Transform families. My name is Mr. Bouldin, and I'll be reading Thurgood by Jonah Whitner and Brian Collier. Normally, you don't look at a sandbox full of toddlers and say, little Jimmy there is going to become a world-famous lawyer. But there was this little boy named Thurgood, who was, by all accounts, a born lawyer. The first evidence at age 6, he convinced his parents to change his name to Thurgood. Well, this Thurgood character would grow up to change more than just his name. He would grow up to change the law of the land. Here are the facts of his case. It's 1922, Baltimore. A 15-year-old black kid is trying to get on a trolley with an armload of hat boxes he has to deliver. He accidentally bumps into a white woman. A white man calls him a hateful word and shoves him off the trolley. A kid whose dad has taught him to never take that kind of abuse punches the man and gets arrested, though he's just 15 and was acting in self-defense. His white boss comes to the jail and manages to get him released. The kid's name, Thurgood Marshall. For Thurgood, such things are just a fact of life. As a black kid growing up in America during the 1920s, Thurgood was forced to attend a blacks-only school called Color High School. Unlike Baltimore's all-white schools, it had no library, no gym, no cafeteria. It was so overcrowded that half the students had to attend in the morning and the other half in the afternoon. From a classroom window, Thurgood could hear the sounds of the white cops beating confessions out of black suspects in the police station across the street. This was the world he was born into, a world where black people had few legal rights. Thurgood's dad worked at jobs where he had to serve and bow to white people, including a country club that didn't allow black people as members. Thurgood saw how these jobs hurt his father. He saw the rage that boiled inside him. But he also learned some things from his dad. He learned about courtrooms and lawyers. His father used to take him to trials, and they would sit, watching lawyers argue about justice and injustice, guilt and innocence, truth and falsehood. Back at home, over dinner, his dad would engage him in arguments about these trials, about the news, about anything. He would raise his voice, demand that Thurgood back up his points with evidence, and Thurgood would put it right back at him, word for word, point for point, with glee, with fire. As it turned out, this sloppy kid with untucked shirts and ink-stained pockets had a knack for arguing. He became captain of his high school debate team, unparalleled in his debating and talking skills. He gave epic classroom presentations so long that his teachers would have to cut him off. No one could out-talk Thurgood, especially once he went to college at Lincoln University in Pennsylvania, where right away he made his mark as the loudest talker, the funniest joke teller, and best arguer of them all. As the star of his college debate team, he earned the nickname the Wrathful Marshal. One day, Thurgood was in a theater when the ushers told him and his friends they had to move to the colored section. Instead, they tore down curtains and knocked over a bunch of stuff, fleeing before the cops arrived. In a single moment, Thurgood saw that it was possible to fight the injustice he experienced his whole life. Breaking the law was one way, practicing civil disobedience. Changing the law was another, and this way, interested Thurgood so far. By his senior year,